Hey, everybody. First, before we get into our topic today, I want to say thank you. There's been new people to join the community, and you just don't know how much that means to me. I love what I do as a master life coach, certified in women's entrepreneurship. My vision, my passion is just empowering Black women to have that emotional and mental well being and having that financial stability as well. And so when you join the family, you boost me in the algorithm and help others get the information needed for them to become the best version of themselves. So thanks to all the new people who join the channel. And if you happen to be one of the people who watched the video, watched the content, and you hadn't joined the community, go ahead right now, hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel. That way you'll get the notifications for when new videos come and help me live out the vision that God has for my life. All right, done with that. Let's talk about renewing yourself. Because this is something I get asked from time to time. For those who might be new to the channel, or you may been here for a minute and just may not be familiar with my story, but the short version of it, how I ended up being an entrepreneur, because for many years I worked in corporate America, working myself to exhaustion, just like all the other Black women out there, and doing that for so many years, my health failed. And eventually, I was diagnosed with lupus, and God blessed me to develop a regimen that put me in remission. I'm so thankful to say that this is year 10 that I've been living in remission from lupus. And so, one question I get asked fairly regularly is, how did that renewal process work? So today we're going to do some pointers on ways you can renew yourself, whether it's bouncing back from an illness like I did, or you just maybe dealing with unemployment, or just whatever challenge life has given you. These tips will help you bounce back. The first thing that I did was change the way I thought about my situation. Mindset is everything, y'all. Because I could remember lying in bed, believing I was healed, even though I was sick, even though didn't feel good. But in my mind, I was saying I'm healed. And I'm here to tell you, me thinking that, then things started to happen. Things started to shift. Ended up meeting a nutritionist, right? Nutritionist gave me some pointers on things I could eat to help with my health. That helped notice the difference. I'm like, okay, if these things work, let me find out what else I can do. Back in college, studying alternative medicine, taking courses in health and wellness, and bam, the rest is history. But it all started with me changing the way I thought, because your brain doesn't know fake from real. So when you start thinking things, even if it's not reality yet, if you think it enough, your brain will start moving in that direction, right? So pay attention to your thoughts. What you continuously think about will become your reality, whether it's positive or negative. So once we got those thoughts under control, the next thing you want to do is strengthen your faith. For me, I'm a Christian woman, and so some of the things I did to help strengthen my faith in God, studying God's word more, right? Just wanting His word to be in my mind, and do my best to try to live that thing out, right? But reading God's word more intentional with my prayers. I think sometimes we don't believe that the things that in our mind just seem insurmountable, that God can deliver us from that. But He can, y'all. He can make, I look at what I was going through, dealing with a autoimmune condition that the doctors told me I will be on these pills for the rest of my life, but God healed my body. So just strengthening your faith in God, it's really going to tie in with that mindset, because you'll start to believe that no matter how dire your situation, you can win with God. And one resource that I highly recommend, not just because I wrote it, but my devotional, He Restoreth My Soul, Triumph Through Adversity. It's a really great tool. It's 28 days of devotion, and each day um, it'll be something that will help you connect more with God. What makes this devotional a little different, after the 28 days of devotion, at the end, there is open answer questions. So you will get to know yourself in a whole nother way. Um, the book, yes, is available on Amazon, online, Barnes Noble. Anyone who would like an autographed copy, just feel free, shoot me a message, and we can get your order taken care of. So, just strengthening your faith in God, beginning your day with meditation, prayer, just sets the tone for the day. Really, really valuable, because life happens, right? There will be things that will come up, but when you start the day with the right mindset, it just changes the game to where you might have a bad moment, but it doesn't lead to just a bad day, because you're rooted and anchored in God. You're in alignment. All right, last thing, and this is a hard one. This is something, y'all, if I'm honest, this is something that um I still have to do the work on. This is never ending, because as you grow, it's inevitable that your circle will change. So just paying attention to who's in community with you, who you spend the most time with, those people are either helping you become the best version of yourself, or they're not. And once you figure out, it's normally five, at least five people you spend most of your time with. And once you identify those five individuals, and you take the time to write out how you feel when you're around those people, it may be a good chance that you will need to remove yourself. And it's not that that person is a bad person. It's not that. It's relationships. Sometimes they're meant to last forever, and sometimes they're meant to last for a season. It's just like if you went to the store today and got some milk, that milk will have a expiration date on it, right? And when it gets to that expiration date, you may just, unbeknownst to you, don't realize the date has came, and you may take a sip and you're like, oh, it doesn't taste good, right? But all the days prior, it was fine. But when a relationship reaches its expiration date, you're doing yourself a disservice as well as that person a disservice if you don't um, make some adjustments in that relationship. Sometimes it may be just a complete withdrawal. Sometimes it may be just limited contact. You decide what's best for you. So I hope these tips have helped you in starting that process and renewing yourself. In the video description, I'll be sure to share some tools for additional ways that I could be of support to you, as well as other resources that are valuable for the times we are in right now. Um, Please feel free to join me there on Substack if you're on the Substack community, come on over. That's one way I could be of support to you. That is a place where people who are part of that community, they're getting um, some actionable ways that they can up level in life. And for those who are annual members, you get um, some support through the initial life coaching session and then those monthly Q&As where you can come get your questions asked and we can dive into what's working, what's not working, and figure out a way to reverse it, right? But I'll share all the resources in the video description. And as always, you already know, I am wishing you love, health, and happiness. Until next time, stay blessed.